Your dreams are getting smaller. Your courage is getting weaker. And your future is getting further away. And one day, you wake up and you realize you didn't lose your life in one big mistake. You lost it in 10,000 small mistakes. You lost it in the morning you chose comfort. You lost your life the night you chose distractions. You lost it in the opportunities you ignored, the risk you refused to take. You lost the life by the voice inside you that said, try, but you answered, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is the most dangerous word in the human language. Tomorrow is where dreams go hide. Tomorrow is where dreams are hidden. Okay? Tomorrow is where discipline goes to die. Tomorrow is the graveyard of potentials. Because tomorrow never actually comes. It just keeps turning into another day. Sonic, good evening. Welcome, and how was your day? Many thanks for joining me. So let's go ahead. Tomorrow actually never comes. It just keeps turning into another day, and another today, and another today, until suddenly you look behind and you realize 10 years have passed. You realize 10 years have passed. And the scariest part, you are still the same person with the same excuses and the same fears. Let me ask you something tonight. If nothing changes in your life, where will you be 5 years from now? If nothing changes in your life, where will you be 5 years from now? Not where you hope to be, not where you pray to be. Where will you actually be if your habits stay the same? Where will you be if you refuse to change that habit? Because habits are quiet. They don't scream. They whisper. They repeat. And repetition builds a life. Every single day, you are building something. Either you are building discipline or you are building regrets. There is no neutral, okay? Every hour you spend either moves you forward or slowly pulls you backward. But many people don't understand this. They think life changes with big moments. No, life doesn't change with big moments. Okay? There's some of us think life changes with big opportunities or big breakthroughs. No. Life, real life comes from small decisions made consistently. Real life changes from small decisions made consistently. Waking up when you don't feel like it, working when you are tired, learning when it would be easier to relax. You chose to learn instead of relaxing. That is how it comes. That is how your life changes. Trying again after failing. You keep trying. You don't relent, okay? By the time you keep trying after failing, you will definitely succeed. Because success is not built in excitement. Success is built in boredom. Success is built in boredom. The boring mornings, the quiet nights, the invisible efforts nobody applauds, the discipline nobody sees, the sacrifices nobody celebrates, That is where greatness grows. All right? Not in comfort, not in convenience, not in ease, but in effort. In That's your little effort. That is where it grows. That's where greatness grows. All right? Effort that nobody notices. Okay, those your efforts, those your hidden efforts that people don't see. That is where greatness is formed. Effort that nobody rewards. Those your efforts that nobody rewards. Those efforts that sometimes feel pointless, but effort that compounds, and over time it changes everything. Effort that compounds over time changes everything. All right? Let me tell you something very important. Most people are not stuck because they lack opportunity. Most people are stuck because they lack consistency. They lack consistency. They start strong, they quit easily. All right? They start very strong and quit easily. When they try it didn't work, they quit. They try this one, it didn't work, they quit. But if they are consistent, I assure you that that thing will work. Consistency. No man is consistent in anything and never succeed. It's not possible. They dream big, they act small. They dream big and they act small. They want change without discomfort. Some of us want change without discomfort. But discomfort is the entrance fee to a different life. Discomfort is the entrance fee to a different life. When you deny yourself some comfort, you're building momentum, you're building your momentum, you're building your greatness, you're building your growth. When you deny yourself those comforts, that is when you're supposed to sleep and you're awake doing one thing or the other, cracking your brain and all that. You see, when you deny yourself those comfort, you're building your momentum, you're building your growth. All right? There is no other way. You cannot grow without pressure. You can't grow without pressure. And you cannot improve without failure. You can also not improve without failure. You certainly fail. When you fail, you learn from the mistakes and you forge ahead. Those mistakes are experience. They are personal experience that grows you. All right? You cannot evolve without struggle. All right? And yet, many people spend their entire lives running away from struggle, avoiding difficulty. Some are avoiding risk, avoiding responsibility. But what they don't understand is this: the pain of discipline is temporal. The pain of discipline is temporal. The pain of regret is permanent. Why the pain of discipline is temporal, the pain of regret is permanent. It eats the person up because the person keep regretting all the days of his or her life. All right? Temporal pain builds strength, while permanent regret builds bitterness. So which one do you prefer? And bitterness is one of the saddest things a human being can carry. Bitterness is one of the saddest things a human being can carry, because bitter people are not always angry at others. Most of the time, they are angry at themselves. They are angry at themselves because they realize how they have messed their life up. They keep regretting those things that they were supposed to do that they never did. It becomes a moment of regret in their life and is not good for anyone. Angry angry about the risk they never took. Most of them are angry about the risk they never took. They are angry about the dreams they abandoned. They are angry about the years they wasted. But by the time they realize it, the clock has already moved forward. The clock has already moved forward. Time is the only currency you cannot earn back. Time is the only currency you cannot earn back. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose opportunities and create new ones. But time only moves in one direction. Time only moves in one direction. Forward. It doesn't go back. Okay? Every second that passes is a second you will never see again. That is why wasting time is the most expensive habit a human being can develop. Wasting time is the most expensive habit a human being can develop. Not because time is rare, but because life is limited. Because life is limited. Okay? And nobody knows how much of it they actually have. Nobody knows how much time he or she has. All right? Some people plan for tomorrow, like tomorrow is guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Is not guaranteed. The truth is, none of us have that promise. All we truly have is this moment, this very moment. That is the only moment you and I have. Right now, this breath, this chance, this opportunity to decide differently, to act differently, to become someone stronger, someone braver, someone disciplined. Because the life you want is not waiting for luck, it is waiting for action. The life you want is waiting for action. And action is uncomfortable. Action is uncomfortable. Action is scary. It's very scary. Action requires courage. But courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to move despite fear. Courage is choosing to move despite fear. Every successful person you admire, every person who built something meaningful, every person who changed their life felt fear. They felt doubt. They felt uncertainty. But they moved anyway. They still moved on. They acted anyway. They tried anyway because they understood something powerful. Movement creates momentum. They understood that movement creates momentum. Okay? Momentum creates confidence, and confidence creates results. And results change lives. Results change lives. But everything begins with a decision to stop waiting, a decision to stop blaming, a decision to stop delaying, and a decision to finally take ownership of your life. Because at the end of the day, nobody is coming to save you. All right? Nobody is coming to save you. Not luck, not timing, not opportunity, not even motivation. Motivation fades, it will fade away. Excitement will fade away. Feelings will change, but discipline can stay. Discipline can stay. That's the only thing that can stay in one's life. Okay? Discipline wakes up when motivation sleeps. Discipline works when emotions complain. Discipline moves forward when everything inside you wants to quit. And that is the difference between people who dream and people who achieve. Dreamers wait, builders work. Why dreamers talk, builders act. And why dreamers hope, builders prepare. And life rewards the builders. Life rewards the builders. Not immediately though, not easily, but eventually. Eventually, life rewards them. It rewards the builders because they are the people who are ready to, abandon the discomfort they have. They strive. They strive. They don't take no for answer. They are very consistent. Eventually, life rewards them. Because effort always leaves a mark. Effort always leaves a mark. And consistency always creates change. So tonight, I want you to ask yourself a simple question. Am I drifting through life, or am I building something? Am I spending my time or investing it? Am I waiting for change or creating it? Because the truth is this: the future you want is not built tomorrow. The future you want is not built tomorrow. It is built today. In the choices you make, that is where the future is built. In the habits you repeat, that is where your future is built. In that discipline you develop, that is where your future is built. Day by day, step by step, moment by moment. And if you can commit to improving just 1% each day, your entire life can transform. Just commit to improving yourself by 1% every day. Your entire life can transform by so doing. Not overnight oh, but over time, consis doing it consistently. And time, when used wisely, becomes your greatest ally. Time, when used wisely, becomes your greatest ally. But when wasted, when your time is when you waste your time, it becomes your greatest regret. When you waste your time, you didn't make use of your time properly. It becomes your greatest regret. So choose wisely, choose courage, choose discipline, choose action, because one day you will look back on the life you lived, and on that day you will either feel pride or you will feel regret. Alright? And the difference between those two emotions is determined by the choices you start making today. They are determined by the choices you start making today. Alright? So choose wisely whether to have that comfort now or do the right thing and have a permanent comfort. Permanent comfort is better than temporal comfort. Okay? Your life is still in your, remember this, I want you to remember this. Take home this message now. Your life is still in your hands. Your future is still unwritten, and your best chapter can still begin right now. Your best chapter can still begin right now. Right now. Okay? Yourself. Nobody is coming to save you. Not the perfect partner. Not your partner. Not the rich uncle. Your rich uncle is not coming to save you. Not the miracle investor. Not the sudden opportunity. Nobody is coming. And that is not bad news at all. It is not a bad news. That is power. Because the moment you realize nobody is coming, you stop waiting, you stop complaining, you stop blaming, you start building. Some of you are tired, but you are tired because you keep hoping someone will notice your struggle. You keep believing somehow, someone will notice your struggle and come and help you out. You want someone to validate your pain. You want someone to see your effort. You want someone to reward your patience. But listen, my brothers, my sisters, Listen carefully. The world does not reward effort, it rewards value. Yes, I said you can be trying very hard, but are you improving? Are you improving? You can be praying every day, but are you growing? Are you growing? You can be dreaming big, but are you executing? Are you executing? Are you making any effort to become that big that you're dreaming? Let me be honest with you. Your life is not stuck. Your habits are. Your habits are. Your life is not cursed. Your discipline is weak. Your discipline is weak. Your destiny is not delayed. Your consistency is inconsistent. Your consistency is inconsistent. Tai Holmes, good evening and God bless you. How are you doing? And how was your day? You say you want the gift of singleness from God. Why would you want to be single? The God already created man and woman to be together. So why would you want to be single? I bind that spirit in you now. I cast it out of your life in the name of Jesus Christ. You cannot be single. As a matter of fact, this year you're getting your life partner in Jesus' name. Amen. So let's continue. I said you can be dreaming big, but are you executing it? Are you executing what will make you big? And let me be honest, your life is not stuck. Your habits are. Your habits are what are. They are stuck because your habit is what is keeping you. Your life is not cursed. Your discipline is weak. Your destiny is not delayed. Your consistency is inconsistent. Your consistency is inconsistent. You're not consistent enough, and that is where you're stuck. That is hard to hear, I know, but it is the truth. Because if you are the problem, you are also the solution. Stop saying I am waiting for the right time. There is nothing like the right time. Do it immediately. Do it immediately. There is no right time. No right time. Go ahead. Once you have anything to execute, go ahead immediately and do it. Stop procrastination. Stop the procrastination. It is a destiny killer. All right? Stop saying when things calm down, I will start. Stop saying when things calm down, I will start. Life will never calm down. Chaos is permanent. Stop saying I don't feel motivated. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is dependable. You brush your teeth without motivation, or don't you? Nobody motivates you to brush your teeth. You go to work without motivation. Why can't you build your dream without motivation? Because you treat your dream like a hobby, and hobbies get replaced. Let me tell you something now. The version of you that wants success must kill the version of you that loves comfort. The version of you that wants success must kill the version of you that wants comfort. All right? Comfort is killing your potentials. Comfort is good, but it can kill your potentials because in that comfort, you will not be able to do what you're supposed to do. Maybe you're supposed to wake up early for a particular thing. You will sleep till 9, 10 in the morning because you feel that no need. So that comfort is killing that potential, leaving what you're supposed to do for leisure. Alright? Comfort is why you scroll for hours. Comfort is why you postpone. It makes you postpone. Comfort is why you talk more than you act. You talk more than you act because of comfort. You don't need more inspiration, you need fewer excuses. Let's talk about excuses. You begin to say I don't have money. So what? If you don't have money, so what? Knowledge is free. Skills are learnable. The internet is full of opportunity. I don't have connection. That's what some of us say. Build value and connection will find you. Build value and connection will find you. Stop saying I don't have connection. Build value and connection will find you. I didn't grow up privileged. That's what some of us says. Neither did most warriors. Stop romanticizing struggles. Stop using it as a crutch. Some of you are addicted to sympathy. You tell your story over and over, but you don't change your story. You don't change your story. Pain is not your identity. It is your training. You survived everything that tried to break you. So why are you still acting fragile? Why are you still acting fragile? You are stronger than your fear. You are smarter than your doubt. But you don't trust yourself. You trust your excuses more than your ability. Let me ask you something. If I remove your phone for 30 days, would you would your life improve? If I remove your phone now for 30 days, would your life improve? Be honest. If I remove distractions, would your discipline grow? If I remove your distractions, would your discipline grow? You don't have a time problem, you have a focus problem. You have a focus problem. You don't have a resource problem, you have a commitment problem. You don't lack opportunity, you lack urgency. What you lack is urgency, and urgency changes everything. When your rent is due, you move. When your life depends on it, you act. So why are you treating your future like it's optional? Why are you treating your future like it's optional? Your future is not optional. Your growth is not optional. Your discipline is not optional. It is required. Let me say something that might shake you. Nobody respects potentials. They respect results. Nobody respects potentials, but they respect results. You can be talented, yes, but if you're lazy, nobody cares. You can be gifted, but if you're inconsistent, nobody notices. You can be intelligent, but if you don't execute, you remain invisible. You remain invisible. Execution is everything, not ideas, not dreams. Execution. Execution matters a lot. The difference between successful people and average people is boring consistency, is waking up early, is reading daily, is working when nobody claps, is improving when nobody watches, is investing when nobody believes, is staying when everyone quits. That is it. Nothing magical, nothing mysterious, just relentless discipline. Okay? Relentless discipline. That's the difference between the rich and the poor. And here is the uncomfortable truth. You already know what to do. You know you should wake early. You know you should exercise. You know you should learn that skill. You know you should save money. You know you should stop toxic habits. You know. The problem is not ignorance, it is avoidance. You avoid discomfort, you avoid discipline, you avoid sacrifice, but everything you want leaves behind sacrifice. Everything you want leaves behind sacrifice. Everything. You want a strong body, sacrifice comfort. Sacrifice comfort. You want financial freedom, sacrifice impulse spending. You want success, sacrifice your distractions. You want peace, sacrifice ego. You want greatness, sacrifice average habits. Nobody is coming, and that means something powerful. It means you're responsible, and responsibility is heavy, but it is empowering. Because when you accept responsibility, you stop being a victim. When you accept responsibility, you stop being a victim. Victims wait, builders act. Which one are you? Don't answer quickly. Think. When was the last time you did something hard on purpose? When was the last time you chose discipline over comfort? When was the last time you held yourself accountable without blaming someone else? Growth begins when excuses end. Tonight, I want you to stop asking, why is my life like this? And start asking, what am I tolerating? What am I tolerating? Because what you tolerate becomes your lifestyle, all right? You tolerate laziness, you tolerate bad friends, you tolerate toxic relationships, you tolerate poor habits, you tolerate self-doubt, and then you complain about the outcome. Outcomes don't lie, they reflect patterns. Outcome replace your daily patterns. If you want a different result, change patterns, not prayer alone, not witches. Patterns, just your pattern, change your patterns, pray, yes, but also act. Faith without action is fantasy. You want change? Create structure. Structure beats emotion. Wake up at the same time, work at the same time, study at the same time, remove guesswork. Your environment shapes you. If you sit around undisciplined people, you become comfortable with mediocrity. If you sit around undisciplined people, you become comfortable with mediocrity. If you sit around with focused people, you rise. You rise. Protect your environment, protect your time, protect your energy. You don't need 100 friends. You need alignment. You don't need loud support. You need internal fire. You need internal fire within you to move. All right? And let me say this clearly. Stop announcing your plans. Stop announcing your plans. Build quietly. Move quietly. Win quietly. Silence builds power. Noise leaks energy. You don't need validation, you need results. Let people misunderstand you. Let people doubt you. Let people sleep on you. Just don't sleep on yourself. Because time is moving. Whether you act or not, 5 years will pass. The question is, will you meet a stronger version of yourself? Will you meet a stronger version of yourself in the next 5 years? Or the same one with better excuses? Are you going to meet the same version of yourself with better excuses here and there? Nobody is coming, so rise. wake up earlier, work harder, think deeper, move smarter, forgive quickly, focus longer, build daily, improve consistently, and one day people will call you lucky, but you will know the truth. You weren't lucky, you were disciplined. You weren't rescued, you built yourself. And that is power. Stay hungry, stay focused, stay accountable. Nobody is coming. So become unstoppable, all right? Become unstoppable.